Let us start with the next topic in measures of dispersion, which is mean deviation. What's the formula for mean deviation? Mean deviation is equal to sum of absolute difference divided by n. What is the meaning of absolute? Absolute means we're going to take, while doing the subtraction, we're going to take only magnitude into consideration. So we should always do bigger value minus smaller value. So if we start doing the sums, you will understand better. First question, they are asking us to find the mean deviation about mean. In order to find mean deviation about mean, let us find the mean value first. What's the mean here? Sum of observations divided by number of observations. So these 5 terms we have to add and divide by 5. So let us add these numbers 5 plus 8 plus 6 plus 3 plus 4. So we're getting 26 divided by number of terms, which is 5. So 26 divided by 5, the mean is 5.2. Now they are asking us to find mean deviation about mean. So what formula we learned? Sum of absolute difference divided by n. Mean deviation about mean is sum of absolute difference divided by n. So how to find the sum of absolute difference? That means all these terms we have to subtract from 5.2 and we have to add all the difference. So for this we will use memory, but I've already told you it's absolute difference. So we have to do bigger value minus smaller value while doing the subtraction. So let us subtract the terms from 5.2. 5 and 5.2, which is bigger? 5.2 is bigger. So we'll do 5.2 minus 5. We will store it in memory. So all the values get added. So every difference value, we'll store it in memory. And out of 8 and 5.2, which is bigger? 8 is bigger. So 8 minus 5.2. Again, I'll store it in memory. Out of 6 and 5.2, which is bigger? 6 is bigger. So 6 minus 5.2, again, memory. 3 and 5.2, which is bigger? 5.2 is only bigger. So 5.2 minus 3, memory plus. 4 and now 5.2, which is bigger? 5.2 is only bigger. So 5.2 minus 4, memory plus. Why are we using memory? So that we are going to store all these difference value in memory so that all these will get added up and finally we can recall the memory. So in order to use the memory function, we'll do AC0, MRC0. We'll calculate 5.2 minus 5. Let us store it in memory. 8 minus 5.2. Let us store it in memory. 6 minus 5.2. Let us store it in memory. 5.2 minus 3. Let us store it in memory. 5.2 minus 4. Let us store it in memory. So all these values are stored in memory, meaning that all of them will be added up. Okay. Now let us press MRC to calculate all the added values. So I'm going to press MRC now. If I press MRC, I'm getting 7.2. Sum of absolute difference is 7.2 divided by number of observations, which is 5 here. So calculate 7.2 divided by 5. What answer are we getting? 1.44, which is nothing but option C. Can we go to the next sum? Next question, they are asking us to find coefficient of mean deviation about mean. So let us go to the formula page. What's the formula for coefficient of mean deviation about mean? It's mean deviation by mean into 100. So what's the formula for coefficient of mean deviation about mean? Mean deviation by mean into 100. So next question, they're asking us to find the coefficient of mean deviation about mean. So for that, first step is we have to find out mean, then we'll find mean deviation, then finally we'll find coefficient of mean deviation. How to find mean of these observations? How many observations are there? There are 7 observations. So we'll add all these observations and divide by 7. So let us add all the observations. 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 10 plus 11 plus 13 plus 90. So sum of observations is 73 divided by number of observations, which is 7 here. So calculate mean value, 73 divided by 7. So mean we are getting 10.42. Now let us find mean deviation about mean. How to find mean deviation? Summation of absolute difference divided by n. How to find absolute difference? I already told you we have to do bigger value. All these terms we have to subtract from 10.2 and we have to store it in memory in order to find the sum. But we have to do bigger value minus smaller value and we will store it in memory. So out of 10.42 and 5, which is bigger? 10.42 is bigger. So we'll do 10.42 minus 5 memory plus. Then 10.42 minus 7 memory plus. Then 10.42 minus 8 memory plus. 10.42 minus 10 memory plus. Now out of 11 and 10.42, who's bigger? 11 is bigger. So 11 minus 10.42 memory plus. 13 and 10.42, 13 is bigger. So 13 minus 10.42 memory plus. Out of 19 and 10.42 is bigger, 19 only bigger. So 19 minus 10.42 memory plus. AC 0, MRC 0 and we will start the sum. So now I am pressing AC, it is 0, MRC is also 0. So let us store all these subtraction value in memory in order to find the sum of these difference values. So 10.42 minus 5 memory plus 10.42 minus 7 memory plus 10.42 minus 8 memory plus 10.42 minus 10 memory plus 11 minus 10.42 memory plus 13 minus 10.42 memory plus 19 minus 10.42 memory plus. So I've done all the subtraction and stored in memory. Let us press MRC to recall the memory value. So I'm going to press MRC now. If I'm pressing MRC, I'm getting 23.42. Divided by which is 7. So do the division and tell me what is mean deviation value. 23.42 divided by 7. So we're getting mean deviation as 3.3457. So this is only mean deviation's value. And this is means value. Now what formula did we learn to calculate coefficient of mean deviation? Coefficient of mean deviation about mean is mean deviation by mean into 100. So coefficient of mean deviation about mean is mean deviation by mean into 100. So do so mean deviation is 3.3457 divided by mean, which is 10.42 into 100. So calculate this value. 3.3457 divided by 10.42 into 100. So we're getting 32.10 percentage, which is the closest option, option C. Okay, we'll do the next question. The next question, they're asking us to find mean deviation about median. So in order to find mean deviation about median, let us find the median value first. Okay. What's the median value? In order to find median, what we should do? We should arrange the data in ascending order. So arrange the data in ascending order. What's the ascending order here? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Median means you have to find the middlemost value. So find the middlemost value here. Strike one term from the left end and one term from the right end continuously till you get a middle value. So the median is 8 here. Okay. Now let us find mean deviation about median. How to find mean deviation? Sum of absolute difference divided by n. So how to find sum of absolute difference? All these terms. Okay, we'll do the subtraction from ascending order itself so that it's easier. All these terms we have to subtract from 8 and store it in memory and find out the memory recall value. Okay. So 8 minus 5, we'll store it in memory because 8 is bigger. So we'll do 8 minus 5 memory plus. Then 8 minus 6 memory plus. 8 minus 7 memory plus. 8 minus 8 is a 0. So we'll not store it in memory. Then 9 minus 8 memory plus because 9 is bigger. Then 10 minus 8 memory plus. And then finally 11 minus 8 memory plus, and we'll do memory recall. So let us press AC0, MRC0, and then we'll do all these, operations. 8 minus 5, store it in memory. 8 minus 6, store it in memory. 8 minus 7, store it in memory. 9 minus 8, store it in memory. 10 minus 8, memory plus. 11 minus 8, again store it in memory. And then we'll press memory recall to find out the sum. If I press memory recall, I'm getting 12. So mean deviation about median is nothing but 12 divided by, so mean deviation about median is nothing but sum of absolute difference, which is 12 divided by number of observations. How many observations are there here? 7 observations are there. So calculate 12 divided by 7. So we're getting 1.714. Option B is the correct answer. Let us do the last question of this type. Find the mean deviation about mode. So in order to find mean deviation about mode, let us find the mode value first. What is the mode value? Mode is the value that comes with the highest frequency. Value which is the most occurring value. So value with highest frequency. So which value occurs the most number of times? 10 occurs 2 times. So mode is equal to 10. How to find mean deviation about mode now? What is the formula for mean deviation? Mean deviation is sum of absolute difference divided by n. So all these terms you have to subtract from 10 and store it in memory and recall the value. Okay. So out of 3 and 10, which is bigger? 10 is bigger. So we'll do 10 minus 3 memory plus. 10 minus 10, 10 minus 10, both are 0. Let us not store it in memory and waste our time. The next observation is 4. Out of 4 and 10, which is bigger? 10 only is bigger. So 10 minus 4, memory plus. Out of 7 and 10, which is bigger? 10 only is bigger. So 10 minus 7, memory plus. 18 and 10, which is bigger? 18 is bigger. So 18 minus 10, memory plus. Out of 5 and 10, which is bigger? 10 is bigger. So 10 minus 5, memory plus. So let us do the calculation. AC0, MRC0. 10 minus 3, memory plus. 10 minus 4, memory plus. 10 minus 7, memory plus. 18 minus 10, memory plus. 10 minus 5, memory plus. And then I will do MRC. I'm getting 29. So mean deviation about mode is nothing but sum of absolute difference, which is 29, divided by number of observations. The number of observations is 7. So what is mean deviation? 29 divided by 7. We're getting 4.14. Option C is the correct answer. Okay.